This is Avantha here from Stingray Sports. Welcome to our series on how to swim fast. So, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so by clicking the link below. We'll be working on the power phase today. Power phase is the most important component of any stroke. So, the main thing to focus on the power phase is to get the elbow. Let's call this the eye of the elbow. Now the eye of the elbow should be, if this is the surface, the eye of the elbow should be facing down on all the strokes. So let's take one stroke, let's go with breaststroke. Now if you're doing breaststroke, your arms from here, your arms should be going forward. After this, the eyes of your elbows should be facing down. From here, you get into this position as quick as you can. And then your arms should go forward again. So on backstroke, you need to make sure that when your arm goes in, you turn your arm out so that the eye of your elbow will be facing to the side, and then you need to get into this position quick. And then from here, you need to get your elbow right by the side here. So the roll goes in from here. When your arm goes in, your shoulder and your hips will be on the deepest on the body roll. From here, while your elbow comes right by the side, your hips will roll. That's for backstroke. And then also the timing will be when your arm goes, when your elbow goes right by the side, you need to work on getting your arm going into the water. Back. On butterfly, when your arms go in here, you need to turn your arms in, as in rotate your upper arms in so that the eyes of your elbows will be facing down, and then get into this position quick. So your upper arms will be closer to the surface when you do this. And then from here, your elbows will be going right by the side, keeping your arms vertical throughout. So starting on the power phase, it will be a bit slow, and then towards the end, it has to be much quicker. That's for butterfly. And on free, it's the same thing. When your arm goes in, you need to make sure that your upper arm twists in so that the eye of the elbow facing down. And then from here, your shoulders and hips will be on the deepest on the roll. From here, your elbow will be coming right by the side while you're rolling over to the other side. So again, you have to make sure that you keep your arm vertical from here all the way up to here. Guys, this is the thing. If you work on the power phase right, you'll be able to improve more than 3 seconds for each 50. If you work on like 3 seconds for a 50, guys, that's like massive. So work on the power phase, but there's a catch for it. This is the toughest as well to work on. So, but if you work on this, it's a killer. So work on this and get this one right so that you can improve like crazy. Let's dip in. Let's see how the guys are going to do this. We are thinking of about 3 seconds of improvement. So we'll be doing this for 2 weeks because this one is a tough one. So that's what we are going to go for 2 weeks on this. This microcycle is for 2 weeks. We'll be working on the power phase. All right, let's see. They are doing breaststroke now. So on breaststroke, guys, let's work on turning your arms in. Yep. So you need to rotate your arms in and then get your hands underneath your elbows. So now Sankaja's stroke, he drops his elbows down. That's because the arms are not rolling in. So if he gets the eyes of the elbows facing down, he should be able to keep your elbows high. Sankaja, let's work on elbows are dropping like big time. You need to work on getting your elbows going up there. Yeah.
First group, ready, go. Second group, ready, go.
Much higher, Sankaja. Eyes facing down, eyes facing down. Kriti, elbows in front, eyes facing down, eyes facing down.
20.5. 26.5.
Guys, let's work on keeping your elbows high so that you need to turn your arms in. Get your elbows high. Let's get your eyes off the elbows facing down. Go, 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 go. Chanli, go. So the main thing is to get their eyes facing down. Most of them, they drop their elbows. They drop there and then they try to pull. It's not going to happen. They need to make sure that the eyes will be facing down and then getting your hands pulling back like back. Yep. So hopefully in 2 weeks time we should be able to get this one right. Kriti, get your elbows up, elbows high. Good, better. Keep your elbows in front now.
21.
Guys, make sure your elbows are in front of your shoulders, yeah? Backstroke. Make sure that the eye of your elbow facing to the side here. Get into this position. Get your arm vertical as quick as you can. You'll be on the body roll here. And then from here, your elbow will be coming wide by the side. While you get your elbow wide by the side, your body will roll over to the other side. From here, you'll be starting it out slow, but towards the end, it has to be the fastest of the stroke. As in not slow, as in not super slow. The stroke, if you take it, this will be much slower than here. Got it? Towards the end only, it will make it quick. Okay? Alright. Let's work on back, guys. Ready?
Go. Ready, go.
Alright. So the toughest thing for them is to get their eye facing to the side. This one is the tough one. And then they have to keep their upper arm closer to the surface. If they keep their upper arm closer to the surface, then they can have the the pull will be much longer. So they need to make sure that they are keeping their upper arms near the surface. And then 90 degrees on the elbow. Let's see how Sankaj is doing on this.
Ready, go.
All right. Now elbow can come closer to his body on this. Also the upper arm drops a lot. Sangaja, let's work on dropping your, you need to be on the roll and then you keep your upper arm closer to the surface a little bit more. And then your elbow will be coming right by the side. All right, let's work on it, guys. Make sure that your upper arm stays closer to the surface. And then also his arm should be vertical. As you can see, it's I think it's bending a little bit. You have to keep this lower arm, keep it firm without slipping. If you drop it like this, you are just slipping your hand, yeah? So you need to keep this anchor and then you get your elbow by the side. The lower arm will be anchored there, yeah? If they work on, if they can have their upper arm there and then they have to keep their lower arm anchored over there. And then they need to get their elbow right by the side. So the lower arm is not going to move at all. They'll be just getting their elbow by the side. That way they'll be using the whole arm for the pull. Butterfly. Make sure as soon as your arms go in, you turn your arms in so that the eyes of your elbows will be facing down. Getting your hands over here underneath your elbows as quick as you can. From here, you keep them anchored there and then you think of moving your body forward. For you to move your body forward, you need to get your elbows by the side. Now, from here, your arm, lower arm, and your palm should be in line. It's not going to move. Yeah? Keep it in line, and then you get your elbows right by the side. After that, the end of stroke. Alright, let's work on it, guys. Ready? So again, the main thing is to keep their elbows high and then also to get it in line. If they like pull with their hands, they are not going to move that quick. So they need to make sure that they keep their elbows high there, and then they need to work on moving your elbows by the side. And then also they start with over here, the fastest of the stroke of the power phase will be towards the end. So they'll be starting out slow, and then towards the end they'll be like picking the speed up. Let's look at one swimmer, and then we should be able to give some pointers. Elbows are still dropping a little bit. Elbows can be... Sangaja, let's work on turning your arms in a little bit quicker than that. Yeah, it's dropping. You don't want to drop. You want to keep your upper arms closer to the surface and then get your hands underneath your elbows quick. From there only you start the power phase.
5, let's do it, go! Second group, ready, go!
Elbows up. So normally they are so used to dropping, like pulling with their hands. So they need to like rewire that in their brain that they are not pulling, they are just anchoring their arms there, and then they are moving their body up. So it's a whole new process. Like they have to process it in a way that they have to like moving their body forward rather than pulling their hands down. Front roll. So make sure when your arm goes in, eye will be facing down. You need to get into this position quick, and then from here you anchor your arm there, and then you want to make sure that you work on moving your body forward by getting your elbow by the side. So your lower arm is not going to be moving, it's only your elbow moving. Yeah? From here, when your arm comes out after the end of stroke, so on the start of the end of stroke only, this arm goes in, and then you get into this, getting your elbow eye facing down. Yeah? While you get your elbow right by the side, you roll your hips and shoulders both. Is that clear, guys? Alright, let's start. Alright, let's see how this one goes. It's the same thing, just like the other strokes. They have to work on keeping their lower arm fixed there, and then they have to work on moving, like getting their elbow right by the side. Let's see how they are doing it. Right, it's pretty good. He can turn his eye of the elbow down a little bit so that he can get into that 90-degree little bit quicker than that, and then only he has to work on getting his elbow by the side. So here he's dropping a little bit, he's not turning his arm in. So Sangaja, work on turning your arm in quick and then eye facing down. Yeah, go. All right, let's see how it goes. Alright, much better. Can you get it on the camera? Yeah. Now the bending is good, Sangadal. The bending is good. Make sure that you anchor it. It's not going to move. Lower arm, it's not going to move. It's just your elbow going by the side. Yeah. If you haven't watched our previous video, which we were working on the end of stroke, please click the button over here. Next week, it'll be the power phase again. We'll be working on that. The week after, we'll be working on the initial actions. Till then, guys, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so by clicking the link below. We'll see you next week.